Hi, this is Pat, and in this video we're going to talk about how to add newsletters, and specifically PDF newsletters, to your website. In this example, we're going to be taking a look at Trinity Episcopal Church in Yazoo City, Mississippi. And we're going to create a new newsletter publication and add a newsletter, a PDF newsletter, like this one, to that publication, and then configure the feed so that the most recent newsletter is on the home page of our site. So to do this, the first thing we want to do is go to our organizational hub, and we're going to click on Add New Publication. And we're going to select the folder that we would like this to be in. In this example, we're going to select the root folder or the home folder, and we're going to check the box Include in Navigation, and we're going to call it I believe the publication name is the Parish Visitor. So let's type that in, the Parish Visitor Newsletter, and then we'll just click Create Publication. Once we've created the publication, we can begin to add articles to the publication. These articles would be the each monthly newsletter. In this example, I've added and uploaded the first newsletter. So the first step to do that is, in this example, we have a PDF newsletter. And this is kind of common for folks to have PDF newsletters. So we can just go under the Recent Files and click Add New, and then select the PDF from our computer. And let's just pretend this is it, and then we'll name it the Parish Visitor July 2015, and then upload. That will upload the file to our image library and give us the URL for that document. So in this example, this is the URL for the publication, and we need that URL to be out on the internet so that people can visit it when they're online. The next step is to title the publication, provide a date for it. This is the July 1st this is July newsletter, so I just put it on the 1st. And if you had the newsletter done, say at the end of this month for the next month, you could forward date that, and it won't show up on your site until that date. And then the author of the newsletter. I've added an image caption to the newsletter, which is this image right here. I just grabbed that URL and I dropped it in there, and I left that at 100%. And then the other thing that I did is that I took a little bit of this copy from the PDF itself, and I pasted that into the start of story. And the reason that I want to do that is so that when someone sees the little snippet, they can read a little bit about what the publication is before clicking the link to visit it. So once I have that information in, I can just click Update Article, and that has created the article for me. Now, one thing you'll want to notice is that each publication has a publication ID. I want to show you how to use that. So in this example, we're going to add to the home page right here on Feed 1 the Parish Visitor Newsletter, and you can see that title is what's reflected here. And if we want to create a link to that, we could say the address of that publication, which we can find by clicking this link on the publication page, and that will open up a list of all of the publications. So next month, when there's another publication, it'll show up at the top of this list. All right, so I'm going to update that. And then the publication ID. We don't want to pull news from any publication or from the diocese. We want to get news just from this particular publication and that is where we get that publication ID. And then we want to select one. Now, we could select more if we wanted more of the newsletters to show up, but having one selected will make sure that the most recent newsletter is always the newsletter that is on our homepage. So when I click Update to that, we can go back over to the live site and refresh and see that our newsletter is directly in position 1. And we've got a couple links. We can click this link, which will take us to a listing of all of the news stories. And again, if there were other news stories in other articles in this publication, they would show here. Or we can click on the title or image, and clicking on that will bring up the detail page for that newsletter. And it gives us a pre-formatted page that embeds that newsletter directly on the page with some tools that will allow visitors to view the whole newsletter if they choose to read it this way. They can escape if they want to print the newsletter. There's a print tool, or they can download it. So adding a newsletter to your site is pretty straightforward. The steps are to upload the newsletter to your recent files and add a new article to your newsletter publication. If you don't have the newsletter publication, go ahead and create one. And then if you would like to add that newsletter as a feed on your home page or another page, you can simply navigate to that page and populate, in this case, feed 1 details with the publication ID and titles and links that you would like for that publication. Thanks.